what are your reaction to the sentence from the judge?
We are very pleased that the judge was willing to consider everything that we presented, and we feel that today has provided justice for Taylor Rose.
You said something pretty striking last week in court. We'll never fully know exactly what happened to Taylor Rose Williams. How difficult was that for you guys in this case? Granted, it was just the sentencing. It wasn't that you had to prove anything really, but talk about that a little bit.
So, I mean, that was the thrust of the investigation, was looking at everything we had from cell phones to social media to kind of piece together this timeline of what exactly happened to Taylor Rose, since we didn't have the normal evidence that we would in a case.
And we saw the defendant, she didn't really have any emotion after she was sentenced today. Just let me get your reaction on that just in general.
Well, Brianna Williams' remorse or lack of remorse really isn't important. What's important is that justice has been done for Taylor Rose.
This was really the first time on her own that Brianna Williams last week, the statement was read in court. We heard from her. When you heard that statement in court, you kind of talked about it afterwards, but just give us your reaction to her own words about what happened to her daughter.
I mean, it wasn't really shocking that she didn't come forth and tell us the truth. She has done nothing but lie from the beginning of this investigation. You all heard that in the experts report as well. So I don't think we were expecting that she was going to suddenly tell the truth. So it was not shocking to us.
From an emotional perspective, share your thoughts about this case. This has been a case that's been engaging to the community for years, and a very emotionally difficult case involving a child.
Yes, so what drew me to this career is advocating for victims of violent crime. In this case in particular, we have a child victim who was killed by her own mother. That obviously was striking to all of us in our office as well as the investigators. So it's something that we worked tirelessly day in, day out. I went with a group of detectives to Alabama, and the community there was very welcoming, and they stood by our side to find Taylor Rose and to do justice.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I don't. Thank you.
I just want to applaud the work of Lauren Anderson in this case and Lee Hutton. Our prosecution team did incredible work and worked hand in glove, not just with our local law enforcement, but with our state, federal partners and our Alabama partners to find the truth in this case. And so I really just want to applaud the work that went into being able to bring this case to an end today.
And same question Janice had asked about the emotional level of this case, 3 years in the making, a mother admitting to killing her own child.
This case was emotional for everybody who touched it, for anybody who went to the apartment, to the house, to Alabama. It touched our community because it involved a completely innocent child. And the manner in which she died, which obviously the court found today, the evidence supports that she was starved to death, is particularly horrific.
And Mr. Hutton, any comments at all you'd like to provide in this case as you worked on this case as well?
No, I mean, it's kind of been the same thing for all of us. This is something from day one. You're dealing with what you thought is a community tragedy. A child goes missing. No one knows what happens. And then it turns out at the end of the day that it's the mother that's responsible for this. And that is about as shocking as an example of the work that we do in this office as we come across.